You don't really know much about Halloween.
Hello everybody, and welcome back to another unboxing video. I am your host Joel. I am one half of the Newlydeads. If you're unfamiliar with who the Newlydeads are, please go to our website at TheNewlydeads.com, where you can find out more information about who we are, what we do, and as you've already found the YouTube channel, you've probably seen that we have other unboxing videos on here, as well as our Sinister Snacks, and something called Dollar Store Driving Classic, which is our classic episodes of our half-hour chat show where you find a film in the wild, and then we talk about it. It's pretty much very heavily edited, comedic-based show. And these are all the episodes that have already aired on the networks that we're on, and then have since kind of, they're not as easy to track down once they've already aired. So we thought we'd put them out so you could come and watch them anytime that you'd like on the channel. And we are slowly making our way through the back catalog. We've been doing that show for over 2 years now. So there's 138 episodes as of the airing of this particular unboxing video. There'll be more as they are released on a weekly basis. But if you'd like to watch the new episodes, you can watch them every week on the 4 networks that I'll put up here on the screen. Typically, they are released primarily on Wednesdays. All the information about what movie we're going to be talking about and where to find them, you can find on our Facebook page. Just go to the Newlydeads and you can find us there. It's also, you can message us at contact@thenewlydeads.com. We'd be happy to provide you with any information regarding any of the stuff that we do. And you can also reach out to us through our Facebook page. I'm on there every day, so we'd be happy to talk to you at any time. Also, our show is converted into a podcast, so if you prefer to listen to it rather than watch it, you can do so at Spotify. That is uploaded typically on a weekly basis. And so you can do it that way if you'd rather listen to it in your car or wherever fine podcasts are delivered. I assume Spotify puts it other places. I don't know. Haven't checked. But anyway, so on this episode, we just have a few things that I picked up. The first one is from an Amazon flash sale from way back in July. I know it's been a while. It's been sitting here waiting for me to talk about, but this is kind of a notorious shot-on-video film from 1994 called The LA AIDS Jabber. There is the cover art for it. Now, the plot of this is that a guy who has been diagnosed with AIDS decides to get his revenge on the world by attacking people with hypodermic needles filled with his blood. Now, this is a kind of a questionable subject for a film, but that's kind of what shot on video is all about. It's kind of the ability to tell stories that maybe wouldn't be told in any other format because you don't have a lot of restrictions. You just have to have a video camera and a script and people willing to shoot that script. And this particular film was directed by Drew Goddard. This is his only credit. The stars Jason Magic, and that's Majic, who was in FART, the movie. That's an acronym, F-A-R-T. A Dangerous Place. And he's done some TV. There was no particular trivia on this, but this, again, is kind of a notorious shot-on-video, and as I'm a fan of the shot-on-video genre, I kind of felt like it was something that I should pick up, and it was on sale. This is actually through Visual Vengeance, which is distributed, I believe, through SRS Cinema, and so typically I buy directly from them, but it was a deal that I couldn't pass up. So there's the disc. Here is the alternate cover, if you'd rather flip it around there. Inside, when you get stuff from SRS, they always add additional things, like there's some fun little stickers you can stick to the case or to whatever you'd like, I suppose. You've also got a poster, which is, if you're really a fan of the film, you can frame that, put it up on the wall. And then additionally, you have a little booklet here that gives you some information about the film. I didn't check to make sure it was safe. Not a lot of information, not a big booklet, but still, if you're a fan of the film, again, it can give you more backstory and things about that. which, as I've said on other videos, I'm notoriously not very good at reading those. I do watch all the special features and am a fan of kind of learning more about the backstory of the film. But, sometimes finding time to be able to read these things doesn't always pan out. So the next two things are from a friend of mine, Chris Seaver, who is a filmmaker who's been originally was under Low Budget Pictures and then went to Warlock Home Entertainment and kind of does stuff under both monikers now. And one of the things that he does is he has a Saturday Morning Sleepover series, which we'll get to that in a second. But then he also is releasing his older films that are all shot on video. And they're in their, I want to say, is it their 30 something years of filmmaking now, I believe. I think they started in like 1994 or something like that. But this is Chris Seaver's Low Budget Pictures Classics Volume 8, Freaky Flicks and Fan Films. Now, on this set, you have Bloody Bobby from 1994. You have Jason vs. Freddy from 1994 and Devil's Night Out from 1995. There's not any particular plot that's available for these three films. They were made when Chris was pretty young. There were some of the early stuff that he's done. They were all directed by Chris, who has also done The Evil Dead Inbred Rednecks, The Blue Cheese Brothers, which I already have and have seen, and Ski Wolf, which is if you've ever seen the old 80s kind of sex comedies, he kind of combined that with Teen Wolf and had Ski Wolf. So if you've ever seen Ski School, you kind of get the idea. No particular stars that were listed or trivia. It's really bare bones because it is, like I said, all shot on video. These were all done when he was just a youth, as you can see on the back here. He does these all himself and, puts everything together, releases them on his own. You buy them directly from him. He does small runs of things. Here's all the other titles, which I do have everything that is available on Blu-ray, I believe, at this point. And as they come out, I always pick them up because, again, they're small runs, typically 20 to 25 copies. And as I'm a fan, gotta have everything, like a Pokemon, I guess. Now, the other thing that this just came out, I just got this in the mail last week. As I mentioned, this is Saturday Morning Sleepover, Halloween Part 3 from 2025. The very first Saturday Morning Sleepover that he released was just called Halloween. And these are 8-hour collections of, basically the synopsis says it's 8 hours of retro 80s and early 90s cartoons, TV, and commercials with a splash of the ghoulish slime throughout. So he will collect things, he'll put them all together, and then what he does is he has these sleepovers with his friends in his house where they will come and they will sit down and watch what he's created, and it's an 8-hour long marathon with, specific snacks that are kind of themed to the time. And they will just watch all this stuff that kind of takes you back to when you're a kid. There are only 20 of these made. I have all the Saturday Morning Sleepovers so far, and he's been doing these for a while. And then he finally decided that he was going to release them so that people like myself could also enjoy all the hard work that he puts into this. So, like I said, this is the third of the Halloween series. He also has a couple of Christmas ones and then some just regular Saturday Morning Sleepovers. But there's some information there on the back. On the inside, you always get a fun little activity thing here. And then you've got the disc, of course. And like I said, he does these all himself. So everything that he makes from it goes right back to him to then go ahead and make other stuff. And he has kind of an acquired taste. Now, if you've not seen a Chris Seaver film, most people might know him from the Teen Ape series or maybe Mulva Zombie Ass Kicker, which that is about to get the third part in that series. Like I said, he's kind of an acquired taste. Not everybody likes what he does because it's a lot of dick and fart jokes. And it just hits me in that sweet spot for some reason. Who doesn't like a good dick and fart joke? But anyway, that is it. Thank you so much for watching. For 2025, our goal is to grow the channel. So if you have not already done so, please like, share, and subscribe. And please pass this along to your friends, neighbors, your enemies, whoever might be interested in this content, because we would like to grow the channel, not exponentially, but just a little bit, because we do work hard on this every week. And it's nice to see a little bit of that coming back to us. So that is it. Other than that, don't forget that tomorrow is not guaranteed. So remember to unbox your heart. We'll see you soon.
This will be done, you see, between the real and the unreal. The dead might be looking in. festival of Samhain. Happy Halloween.